Hello everyone. In part 2 of game theory, we saw a very important situation that was prisoner's dilemma. In this video, we will see a little variation of the prisoner's dilemma situation and see how the outcome changes. We know that Jim and Jane were two suspects arrested in a crime. But since police authorities had little evidence against them, they wanted to extract the confession. So, they offered them a deal. So the deal is, if you confess to the crime while your partner does not, you will be given jail of 1 year, while your partner will be given jail of 6 years. If you both confess, then again you will be given jail of 6 years. And if you both deny, then you both will be given jail of 1 year each. Since there is lack of evidence, so you will be given reduced years of jail. Now, if we compare this situation with the previous prisoner's dilemma situation, we see that the authorities do not reward confessing to the crime. So, the payoff matrix for the following game is, if they both confess, then they both are given jail of 6 years, and if the suspect who confesses while the other denies, then the person who confesses will be given jail of 1 year as he has cooperated with the authorities, while the other will be given jail of 6 years. And if they both deny, then they both will be given jail of 1 year each. So now let's find out the outcome of the game. First, let's position ourselves into the place of Jim and let's see what will he do. Now let's suppose that he supposes that Jane will confess. Now, given that Jane confesses, what will Jim do? Since he gets 6 years in jail if either he confesses or denies, he is indifferent between confessing or denying. So if Jane confesses, then he will choose either of the two options and he is indifferent. So he has no preference towards any of the options given to him. Now let's see if Jane denies, then what will Jim do? Again, if he confesses and denies, he is given jail of 1 year each. So again, he'll be indifferent, either confessing or denying. So this was we saw when we positioned ourselves in the place of Jim. Now let's similarly see the case for Jane, that is player 2. Now if Jane thinks that Jim will confess to the crime, then he is indifferent towards choosing, confessing or denying, since in both the cases he gets 6 years in jail. So we can underline both the outcomes. And if he thinks that Jim will deny, then again he is getting 1 year jail, either confessing or denying, and hence he is again indifferent, so he will choose either of the options. So by the underlining procedure that we saw in the previous video, we can clearly conclude that all four are the outcomes of the game. So what happens in this game is that since the suspects get neither personal reward nor personal penalty for confessing, they are indifferent between confessing and denying, and hence all the four are the outcomes of the game theory and their Nash equilibrium. So this was all about prisoner's dilemma redux, where we saw that it is possible for all the outcomes in a payoff matrix to be Nash equilibrium. Thank you everyone. If you like this video, do subscribe the channel Economics for Everyone. Thanks a lot.